Hello, warm wishes and greetings from me and also from the Department of AML. With the previous episode, we discussed in the previous month, so what is the error and what are all the types of that error, so like sampling error and non-sampling error. And also we discussed when the error will occur and how we have to handle the errors. That means and what are all the parameters the errors are occurring. So these parameters we discussed in the previous month OKR and the previous episode. So today we are going to be discuss about why do we measure the error. So is there any necessary to measure the error? Is it mandatory? So these things we are going to see, and also the formula that's behind how we have to measure the error and how we have to compute that. And if time permits, if we also going to discuss about what is hypothetical statements and what is the purpose of it. So these things we are going to discuss in this episode. So now we enter into the topic. So the error can be measurable. So this is the first question I want to explain with you. The answer is yes. The error can able to measurable in the perspective of data science, and in that after the outcome of data. So the error can measurable. So everywhere, in case if you are writing an exam, that error that can able to measurable in the form of marks. So there you are getting the score. So depends upon the content, and then so depends upon the outcome what you wrote in your answer script. So according to that, the evaluator evolve your answer scripts and they provided the marks to you. So the error can able to be measured. So error already we discussed. We are having that two variety of error. One is called sampling error and another one is called that non-sampling error. So here the sampling error can be measured to give an indication of the accuracy from the estimation and the value of the population. So rather with that non-sampling error, in sampling error we can able to be give a very good measurement. In non-sampling error, you may ask, so why non-sampling error can't be measured? The reason already we studied in that previous episode. So in the non-sampling error, most of the error that has been made by ourselves. It may be by the questionnaire, so what we said, and then who the person who records the data with certain wrong information, and some people may intentionally shared about the wrong information. So all this category that is comes under non-sampling. So in non-sampling error we can't able to measure, but the sampling error we can able to be measured that. So in sampling error it states about how much of the accuracy we are having, and then how much of samples we collected from the population. And now we have to see how we have to measure the error. So there is the two standard common measurement for the error. One is called the standard error and another one is called the relative standard error. There is no much more difference between standard error and the relative standard error. Almost both of them are the same, but that representation of the outcome that has been differed in standard error and relative standard error. So in the standard error, so the statement is clearly stated, it's a measure of the variation between any estimated population value that is based on sample rather than the true value for the population. So the statement is clearly saying we are going to be measure the variation between the estimation population that is based on the sample rather than the true value population. For your understandability, so may I say there is one example. So I'm having one set of the data that has been collected from certain thousand people of the population, and having that sample of that 100. But one thing definitely we have to be understand, the sample never give the 100% outcome. So instead, the standard error measured that we are having that certain sample outcome, but it making the relativity among the outcome of the sample and to the true value of the population. What is the actual outcome of the population? And continually we have to see on that next video, so how we have to be measure all these things.